Hi, today we're going to attempt to fix the dot projector on iPhone 11 using the i6S Programmer FA02 IC. This IC works on iPhone 10 to iPhone 12 with all the variations of iPhone 11 and 12. Here, as you can see, I've attempted to install the IC unsuccessfully the first time. There was one line not connected. The problem with this IC is that the solder is uneven. When you buy it, it's better to just remove the solder and then redo it. It saves you all the hassle. And here I'm just putting some solder paste on very low melt soldering paste on the pads and wicking them off to make sure they are even and have good connection once you place the IC on top of it. Don't worry if you get some flux on the sensitive parts of the dot projector, which is the light emitter. Just don't overdo it, but if you have some flux on it, just leave it and then you can wash it off with isopropyl alcohol. Here I'm working off all the low melt solder. Just make sure it's all clean, flat, and then now I'm putting a little bit of flux and then install the IC, the FA02 IC. It's a package, so it has the lattice, and on top of it, it has the IC already installed with the capacitor and the shorted MOSFET, all done in one package. FA02. It's great. The only problem with it is the soldering at the bottom is uneven, so I recommend you wick it off and redo it with low melt solder paste, and it saves you a lot of hassle. It's easy to align. On the iPhone 11, you don't have much space, so it fits exactly as the size of the dot projector board. You can use somewhere from 200 to 220, but don't go over that. It's enough to melt the low melt solder and get the IC in place. Maybe I'm just cleaning the excess flux. Now put it back on the front Face ID assembly. Need to remove the original glue from the magnifying glass. Make sure you remove all the glue. Otherwise, aligning the dot projector board will be difficult. Here I'm removing the original glue. I think I missed a spot, and that screwed up the alignment, and I had to do this process again. It's no big deal, but you know, if you remove all the glue, it's easier to align. And I also use the Qianli jig to make sure the dot projector board is aligned with the magnifying glass. It's worth the investment. It's not expensive and helps a lot in the alignment. Okay. This is the jig. Just make sure the square is in the middle of the opening. And the jig is magnetic, so it keeps it in place, which makes it easy to glue it back. I think I had a problem because there was a residual glue, original glue, and I aligned it, but then again, when I pressed on it, I think it got slightly misaligned. Of course, before you do that, you have to test the dot matrix board on the programmer, the i6S programmer, and make sure it's all normal. It's very useful because it tells you exactly what is wrong, if there's anything wrong with your work or parts of the dot matrix board. Here I'm just, after aligning it, I'm just putting the glue in between the two halves. So I think here it moved slightly. I should have realigned it, but it's too lazy, I think. Just ignore that. Which cost me some time. I had to come back again and redo it. I use very low heat heat gun just to dry the glue. Something around 150 degrees. See the shield on top? I cut it. It's easier and safer to do that and remove the board, the dot matrix board, and then you can put it back with a glue and a simple clamp. You'll see what type of clamp I'm using. It's just one of these tweezers with a heat-resistant tip. It's great because it just clips onto it, and you can just leave it for 5-10 minutes for the glue to dry, and use a little bit of heat on the glue. It will dry faster. I'm trying to blow air, but that doesn't have much. The heat gun is much more effective. Yeah, so it is dried up. I have to come back again, unglue it, realign it again. Yeah, here it goes. This is the second attempt to realign the dot matrix board with the magnifying glass. With good heat. And applying tool. Yeah. Should undo it. And then it comes out. Just remove the glue, the dried up glue, and realign it. Here I think I found some residual glue from the original glue, and I cleared it, and the alignment was more stable. By the way, I'm using this board holder. Maant, M-A-A-N-T. It's really good. very out of the frame, but again I'm using the Chen jig to align. Put the square right in the middle. And then you can glue it, the two parts together. Yeah. Take your time to align it. I'm using the Chen DZ02 glue. I don't know what kind it is, but it works. It's a special glue. Here I'm applying the glue. You can dry it quickly. I'm trying to align the back side. Sorry, again, it's out of frame. Just final check. Just clean up and it's done.